It has been way too long since I've been on this bike. It has been probably 6 weeks. Too much vintage Honda and vintage Yamaha. I think I'm done with that for the year. Time to put a few miles on this one, I suppose, before the snow flies. It is almost Labor Day weekend, and I'm just going over for some gas. See how bad the thing is lying to me. Yeah, it says I got 100 miles on the tank and 100 miles left. That is not right, but I've had the battery out a couple times putting on a tether for my tender, and I suppose I screwed up the mileage. We'll fill it up and make sure we're good to go for the morning. This is really weird. This bike has got so much power compared to the vintage ones. They're pretty quick, but came on down out of my driveway and got a little spooked when I was going too fast. Takes a little bit of getting used to, but I'm up for it. And here we are. Chilly today. But the roads are dry, and I suppose traffic's going to be a little heavier today. I didn't think about that, because it is Labor Day weekend coming up. Definitely colder than yesterday. I'll still ride to work a few more times, I would assume, but I will probably wear my leather jacket. I got my mesh one on this. Well, it's not quite mesh, it's cloth or fabric, but it's got vents, so in the summer it's a little more bearable than a 40-pound leather jacket. can hear, but I'm on the very long Minnesota River Bridge. This used to be a 2-lane road that flooded out every spring. A giant pain in the butt. They put this bridge up in just over the course of one winter. Made it so much nicer to get across here. Actually, I thought it was a little chilly first off when I started riding from home. It's actually pretty nice now. It's cool on the hands, but I wear lightweight gloves. I got heavier ones I can wear if I decide to do so, but I am not cold at all. I suppose the engine's throwing off enough heat. I don't really feel it, but this thing is a beast in the summer when it's hot and you're sitting in traffic. It sits there and burns your leg through your jeans. But I think most Harleys do that. This is I think this is a 96 cubic inch, 1575 cc. I'd like a 117, but I imagine those things are just brutally hot. My Super Glide is a 2013. It does not have the rear cylinder shutdown option on it. I don't know if that was a thing in 2013 or if it came later. That would be nice to have, but I think it would be really weird to sit at a stop sign and have a cylinder drop out. During some of my business travels, probably 10-15 years ago, I would fly all over the world, and I don't remember where it was. I think it was in Canada, which is not too far from here, Montreal or Toronto. First time I rented a hybrid vehicle freaked me out because I took off from the airport. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know it was a hybrid. I don't even remember what it was. It was maybe a Mini Cooper or something like that. And I pulled up to a stoplight and it stopped, and I thought, oh crap. And it turned out, yeah, it was Toronto. The Queen was in town from England, so traffic was completely plugged up, diverted everywhere. And I thought, oh crap, I'm gonna sit here in this traffic and have this thing die. Didn't know what to do, so I thought, well, pump the gas a little, and it popped right off. It scared the crap out of me. But live and learn. I don't like that when they drop out. They completely stop at at the stoplights. Seems a little risky. My daughter used to live in Southern California, and the heat down there used to cook batteries all the time. Well, the heat, it gets hot here, but it's not too bad. But the cold kills batteries here. So if you got a vehicle that's battery dependent, it's probably not a great long-term strategy if you live anywhere north of I guess into Iowa someplace. It gets cold down there, but not quite as bad as up here. The big deal around Minneapolis right now is there's a lot of talk about Teslas from last winter. The battery packs started, they're a few years old, and the batteries go dead so quickly because it's all battery. There's no generator. So people drive to work, same length of distance that they drove all summer, no problem. Make it home on low charge, no problem. They made it home. Here in the winter, you crank on the heat. That's a resistive element. It takes a lot of power, and they weren't making it home. So lots of unhappy rich folk, I suppose. And here is Rumble Bridge. There we go. I love that. Childish, I know. I don't care. turn signals on this bike. If you go around a corner that continues in curves like this, it takes forever for the turn signal to go off. And about the time I figure that's enough of that crap and turn it off, it has just shut off and it turns back on. So once again at New Wave Design and Verification. Oh, front brake too tight. All right. Welcome to work. Thanks for joining me on the ride.